Hello everyone, this is Clossi, and welcome back to Daily Game Review Series number 54. Today we have Vxen 15Q versus Ende23r 16Q. Alright, let's look at the game. Starting in the bottom left, a little bit strange, normally you start in the bottom upper right. Okay, Nirense versus Nirense. Oh, Mirror Go. Okay. Not Mirror Go. Yoseki's 3-3. Alright, first thing, guys, if you want to play this game, you need to have at a higher level. If you want to play for fun, just do what you want, fine. You need good reading then. But if you want to play good stuff and you want to improve, which I assume you do since you're submitting the games, then what you need to do is actually have some good foundational shapes and variations and things you've studied. So for example, here, you need to know what the options are. You need to know what Joseki options there are. So normally, you would research this beforehand. Before you play games, you should know some basic Joseki. And if you don't, then I highly recommend after each and every game you play, look at the Josekis that were played. If you don't know them, look them up. This way, you'll learn Joseki over time. Look them up. There's free Joseki dictionaries, idogo.com and josekipedia.com. I highly recommend learning the basic Joseki so that way you don't make mistakes early on in the game. While this is a potential Joseki, normally it's for deep invasions, not to be played here. Normally it's 3-3 or a pincer, most commonly. There are other options, but at least learn these two first. This one is a little bit strange. This should never work, so we'll see how this game plays. No. Okay, now I need to read a little bit. So when someone plays out of Joseki, you have to read. So my first instinct is stop the tiger's mouth. Alright, now what does white do? Normally your opponent will try and fix the cut like this. If you extend down, white will extend, so you have to Atari. And then you could play this way. Okay, this may be a potential option. However, I really don't like this result. So, I would find a different option. For example, what if I Nobi here and threaten the cut? Atari, and then he extends here. So that's not good. So Atari, then threaten the cut. We may have our winner, because if we Atari here, these two stones die, which is good for black. We Atari here, and then take this Atari, and cut, it's good for black. The white has to go here. Well, then I go even further. And every move is going to damage white, so I think we have our winner. Here, and then here. This looks good for black. Alright, even if white goes here, we play this way. We might see something along these lines. However, it's still good for black. Should be good for black. I think this is the best white can hope for. Anyway, it's difficult. This is a Joseki, but I think it's used for deep invasions. If you want to revert it back to something simple, you can go here, and then it reverts back to a different Joseki. This would be fine. So this may be a trick move, and I just don't know it. I think this should be by definition okay, and I think this would be the move. Anyway, don't if you find a different variation and you want to study it, then look it up. Professionals know more about this stuff than I do. Josekis are something you can research. So if you can research it. It's much better. Alright, this result is good for white, though, because black had to live in the corner, which is really small, and white takes the influence on the outside. I would recommend going immediately killing the stone, though. This cutting stone can be very damaging if it escapes. So I'd capture the cutting stone and then live up here. It looks a little good for white. However, if this cutting stone escapes, it looks very dangerous for white. So black plays here, white plays here. Black plays here. White to noogies. I would now cut. Definitely cut. Because there's no way this will die. and white doesn't have a base on either side. So this is going to be good for black. So white, learn your Josekis. Black, make sure you're looking up Josekis afterwards. And both players keep track of the weaknesses. The weaknesses are important. Alright, so black's doing it. Well, why does no one want to play the normal stuff like the 3-3? The 3-3 is common, good, easy to use. Why not do it? I don't understand why you guys don't want to do it. No. This move is one of the moves. Does the ladder work? Probably not. I don't think it should. I don't think it does. Thinking net. Sorry. Whoa, whoops. Misclick. Or, actually, no, better. Here. Answer. Aha! That looks good for black. Possible. Anyway, so this is the Joseki, and then white fixes, then you fix, let's see here, and then I can surround. Look up Josekis, guys. Look up Josekis. This is a big move. You live immediately. White, fix. You go here, I extend back. You're not alive. I am. So there's a lot of problems already in the opening, just from the Josekis. You can do this. So there's also another problem. Both players are missing the cuts. There's many cuts, and neither player is seeing them. Neither player is seeing all the cuts. So, guys, pay attention to the cuts, pay attention to your weaknesses, and learn some basic Joseki. That's already a lot, and we're only 20-something moves in. There we go. But then why make this exchange if you're not going to fix? Fix, white protects the cut, and then do that. And if white doesn't, well, then you cut. You got to look at the cuts. Threaten the cut first. That way you don't have a cut. Because right here, there's a lot of Ataris for your eye shape. Really annoying, and you don't want to leave that laying around. There's still cuts, guys. It's hard to proceed with the video because everything's just going to come back to you guys aren't fixing these cuts. These cuts are like the main focus right now, and they're getting ignored left and right. So this is going to get cut, and you don't have a base. There we go. Finally. Why are you not fixing kids' cuts? Like I said, this is all this video is going to be about, is these cuts. These cuts are just getting ignored left and right. If you do this, these 3 white stones are dead. How can they possibly live? Why are you cutting now? And it's the wrong one, because you're supposed to cut this one, not that one. Actually, it doesn't matter. That cut works too, now that I think about it. But if white connects, then you're cut. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just, you guys aren't fixing the cuts. Okay, weak groups first. There's a cut. There's a cut. It's another cut. Oh man, I don't know what to tell you guys. You gotta fix the cuts. Alright, anyway, this move should actually be here locally. If you ignoring everything on the rest of the board, locally, this is the move to fix. This is not good because there's still an invasion here. And here, there's a lot of invasions over here. This is Sente. And then you can fix like that. That's a better way to defend this side. Black, I would go ahead and get out because this is actually Sente as well. Kind of. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I lied. It's not. Okay, because this stuff, it's not Sente. Never mind. Okay, anyway, you guys need to get back to here. I don't care. I would still... Instead of this, I would get back to here. I don't care how big this is. It's only a big move. It's not the urgent move. And the urgent move's in the bottom left. The shape is tiger's mouth, then white fixes. Yeah, it's really ugly shape. Okay, there's another cut. But white did this one, so that's cool. You don't care about these dying. These are cutting stones because they're cutting these three white, or splitting. They're not direct cuts, but they're splitting moves. These splitting moves are splitting these three white stones from these white stones. So these three white stones are not alive. And white is also splitting black from black stones. Therefore, both players are splitting here. Whoever gets out will have the advantage. So white has the advantage. Okay, that doesn't work. Can't miss Ataris, guys. You can't play this game if you miss Ataris. Trust me. I have missed Ataris before in my day as well, and I've done it recently on accident. I missed one Atari, and it's immediate game over. You miss an Atari, it's game over. Think of it that way. You can't miss Ataris. You can't do it. So white is dying everywhere. Okay, I don't know what else to go over on this game. It's just all about the cuts. You guys need to read a little bit better. So I highly, highly recommend doing Go problems. And then when you play your games, review them and look for all the cuts you missed. I'm sure you missed quite a few. And then when you do that, you will train your eyes to naturally look at the cuts and check the cuts first before you leave them, or before you ignore them, or before you just write them off. Your eyes will check the cuts first. Then you can start worrying about what else to play, because if you're getting cut everywhere, it's just not everything's going to go wrong for you. So you guys can't leave these cuts laying around, and you need to be able to take advantage of your opponent's cuts as well. So just look for the cuts. I mean, that's all this game is there's cuts everywhere. Train your eyes to see these, and then you can learn which cuts are good or which cuts are bad. But you guys aren't even seeing them right now, and you got to be able to see them. So I would just say look for the cuts in your next few games. Do Go problems to train your eyes to see cuts, to be able to read, see liberties, and be able to read out variations, so you can read out how the cut's going to play. That way you can determine if it's a good cut or a bad cut. That's you read before you play. So I highly recommend doing Go problems and reviewing your games and looking for those cuts. And then in your games, of course, look for the cuts as well. All right, I'm going to stop it here because I think that's plenty, because that's all this game is the cuts. And oh yeah, and the Joseki, yeah. You guys also need to look up Joseki. All right, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I hope you found it helpful, and hopefully this will help you fix your weaknesses and help you improve at this stage. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something from it, and I hope other people learned something from it as well. All right, thanks for submitting the game. I hope you guys found this review useful, and remember, if you would like a chance to get your own game reviewed, please see the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.